Alright, so we're back with Skate 4. We're going to be going over the best settings for PC and console. I believe the only difference is that graphics settings are locked on console, otherwise everything should be the same, so let's check it out. The first settings you want to change are the D-pad HUD and the Flick It visualizer. Once you learn all the controls on the D-pad, there's no point in having all the visual clutter on the screen, so you might as well turn it off. Same with the Flick It visualizer. Once you get a hand of the tricks that you're doing and how they look on your joystick, there's no need to have it on the screen. Scrolling to the bottom of the general list, we have quick gestures, and you want to turn that on. All this means is that the last emote that you use is directly bound to left bumper without requiring a D-pad input. Moving over to the controls tab of gameplay. For everybody who's played Skate before, I would highly recommend Classic. Everything's the same as Skate 3. If you're used to the system, then just stick with it. I recommend Flick It sensitivity set to 100. It only goes in increments of 50, and 100 is easily the best. Every setting that I don't mention, just leave it as it is. Hold fakie stance, switch this to on. So if I want to set up for a fakie trick, without the setting I would automatically switch back. And now he only switches stances once you start to pump again. Next, scrolling over to assists, I have my grind assist amount set to 60. It just makes it that much easier to hit a couple grinds. I've only really noticed a couple instances where it is useful because, I mean, normally it is pretty easy to hit grinds, but you just get that little more assist. And then the last setting I like to have on is auto wall run while sprinting. I personally have only explored a couple spots where wall running is useful, cool enough to try. Yeah, it really doesn't seem like you can run on the wall for that long. I think this is the one other spot, very similar setup. I don't know, something like that. You're gonna have to find a lot of your own ways to incorporate it to make it look really cool. Coming over to trick toggles, the only toggle I would change is quick ollie. All that means is once you flick down on the right stick, you do a quick ollie that you can hop over a small curb compared to... It's not really meant for tricks, but I mean, you can do something with it. Like, I mean, it is still an ollie. And then here we see staying in fakie coming in handy. Moving over to camera settings, find a FOV of 90 to 100 is pretty comfortable. Anything else just looks a little too distorted. Once again, these are all pretty subjective. I mean, it's really just about comfort and what feels best for you. Moving on to high or low cam. The low cam, I tested it out for a couple hours. The high cam is way better. Not only just for the fact that you can see your emotes, you can see everything that's going on way easier. With my FOV set at 90 anyway, and once you pick up a little speed, the camera angle almost feels like it drops anyway, so you sort of get a lower view. And with the higher FOV, like I said, it cancels out. Might as well do a challenge over here. Awesome. And then offboard, you can set it to 100, 95, 90, somewhere in that range, anything that feels comfortable for you. And advanced camera, just remove the camera shake, turn it down to 3, at least like I have it. I mean, I just like some effects on my screen, but nothing that gets in the way or feels too intense. Going over to graphics, obviously the only thing I can really tell you is to turn off motion blur, because everything else is completely subjective to your PC. Otherwise, you can turn down things like shadows, texture quality, whatever other things you want to turn down. It's all preferential. The last two settings tabs are audio and accessibility. For audio, a lot of the times I don't play with music, so you can either just turn it off or turn it to 50, 30, whatever. Which, another thing, if you have D-pad memorized, you can just straight up go to music player or just hold Y, turn it on, turn it off. And then the last couple things, whether you like subtitles, whether you don't, whether you want the voices in the first place, and then it has a couple other links for the same settings that we already went over relating to camera and field of view. To do this, so rolling just past that tip over point, like a frame after you let go of the triggers, you press A, and there you go. A couple other things, untrack the missions for even less visual clutter.
Excellent. You've started the Sam Fam social tour.
You can also run and jump onto your board, which is similar to a hippie jump. It's kind of janky, but I appreciate it. It's also possible for a body flip to increase your speed. Yeah, quite the noticeable speed boost. But I also found out that the speed can be increased if you land it in the manual. You can sort of fake trick line, I guess is the best way I can put it. It's not really comp from Skate 3, but for now that might be the closest you can get. When it comes to throwdowns, I find that the opposite direction yields the most points. Either doing a fakey 360 hard flip, fakey laser flip, or nollie 360 hard flip, nollie 360 inward heel flip. On throwdowns, it's possible to rack up 60,000 plus points in 3 minutes just off trick lining, quote unquote trick lining. Bro, there's gotta be something cooler you can do with wall runs. Like besides just parkour, getting to places. I don't know. We'll find a use for it. I already see him flying off the roof. Bro, this should not be this hard to land, honestly. Alright, let me try to do it, yeah, without the grab. Alright, I mean, that's the line though. Now let's just add the flare.